Hello everyone, thank you all so much for joining us here tonight. My name is Charlet and I use she, her pronouns. For the past year, I've been given the great honor to serve with City of Providence on the ECMC Foundation team, serving at Pleasant View Elementary. When I was a little girl, I had a countless number of dreams. From Broadway actress to professional clown, film director to the first female NFL player, just to name a few. Upon graduating high school last year, I was faced with a world of possibilities, many of which I'd never taken the time to consider. My ambitions, spirited as they were, had no direction. The unknown frightened me, and many of my dreams had been lost altogether. When I came across City Year, it seemed like a great opportunity to dedicate my time towards serving others. And I hope that along the way, perhaps I discover a new dream of my own. So I moved away from home, specifically 1,339 miles away, as my dad loves to remind me. Growing up in Louisiana, I had never seen real snow before, or had someone make a strange face at me after saying, "Yes ma'am," or "No sir." As I've become acclimated to Rhode Island, I've come to grow a great appreciation for this flourishing community. While adjusting to a new environment, any challenges I've faced have paled in comparison to the fulfillment that service has brought me. Throughout my service, I've been able to build strong connections where I didn't think I would. I've had the joy of spending time with some of the most brilliant, compassionate, and imaginative children ever. They give me the strength to move forward and continually challenge myself to be better. I'm honored to witness their highs and lows and see their growth before my eyes, congratulating them when they succeed and consoling them as they try once more. I've observed students who were once hesitant to take on challenging reading or answer long written responses, now voluntarily reading chapter books and writing stories of their own. Students who were afraid to raise their hand, now solving math problems with the board in front of the class. They make me so proud each and every day. An integral part in this becoming possible is because they've been encouraged to explore deeper into their curiosity and interests. One of City Year's core values is belief in the power of young people. Not only do they deserve to be believed, but also uplifted and given the motivation to work towards their aspirations, to know that they are able to accomplish anything they put their minds to. Social emotional learning is at the core of our service. It is crucial to ensure that students can refer back to these skills as they move forward in life. There's a student, we'll call her Sarah, whom I've been working with a lot throughout this year. Sarah is a 4th grade student with a creative mind and a love for all things sparkly and colorful. She is a kind friend, and her sensitivity allows her to be in tune with her peers' emotions. However, because she is such a sensitive student, she can often become overwhelmed, creating obstacles in her learning experience. A central aspect of our work has been in small group settings, learning ways to maintain self-regulation and lessen anxiety. By using grounding techniques and finding creative outlets for her to express her emotions in a healthy way, my partner teacher and I have seen so much progress with her, which has been positively reflected in both her academics as well as in her social life. There was one time in particular that stood out to me, and in my belief, exemplifies the mission that City Year strives to work towards. I was having a bit of a rough day, struggling to balance my responsibilities along with my own complex emotions. While I continued my service as usual, Sarah, being the empathetic and kind-hearted student she is, could tell that something was a little off. She approached me, gave me a hug, and said, "Miss Georgia, just breathe. Everything is going to be okay." As I heard her repeat the same words I told her many times, my eyes filled with tears, and I thanked her for her support. She then led us in deep breathing practices and asked if I wanted to take a walk, do some coloring, or count to 10, grounding techniques we regularly took part in. This showed me that she had truly taken to heart what we had been working on and could implement it in her life as well. The way she advocates for other students is also so admirable. She is always the first to respond to others' hardship and beyond her years. This has made a meaningful difference in not only her own personal healing, but in those of her peers as well, which is such a profound thing to witness. Through moments like these, I've been able to see the tangible difference that service with City Year has made within the students. This was an exceptional representation of several of the core areas of social emotional learning. It showed both self and social awareness, as well as relationship skills and responsible decision-making. Though she may not always have me or another city year president to support her throughout her life, she will hold on to the lessons that she's learned and continue to refer to the skill set that we've built together, especially when she has tricky days like she and Miss Georgia both have sometimes. Recently, I've asked all of my students to tell me about their dreams in life. Now, when you ask a group of fourth graders what their dreams are, you get a lot of answers like, to fly like Superman, or as one student told me, to become rich like Michael Jackson. However, their goals go far beyond this. I've had students tell me about their dreams to become veterinarians, authors, doctors, race car drivers, chefs, artists, and more. As it turns out, we also have the next team of World Cup champions in Class C7. Another student has her entire life planned out, which involves studying at Harvard, becoming an Olympic swimmer, and writing a children's book about her life story. Her determination is incomparable to any other and inspires me every day. In order to serve to the best of our abilities, my team and I have to ensure that we are cultivating an environment in which students feel safe and are encouraged to learn and discover. Without actively supporting engagement in the classroom, participation rates lower as absence rates increase. The Rhode Island Department of Education reported that in the 2021 to 22 school year, 14.9% of students in Providence demonstrated proficiency in literature, and only 10.2% demonstrated proficiency in math. In a post-pandemic world, amidst everything else that's happened, it's important not to overlook the massive pressure this has had on our youth. In their earliest years of school, the world around them was shifted entirely, depriving them of key opportunities, down to essential experiences such as interacting with others in a social environment and learning to build healthy relationships with peers. We've seen this have major effects on our students' learning and attendance rates. Now more than ever, they need our support. All that they've endured is remarkable. Even in the face of unforeseen circumstances, their resilience has remained. Too often, these statistics are all that students are viewed as, but it's important to keep in mind that these students are dreamers. They are our future. With ambitions as vast and expansive as their imaginations can conjure up, who are we to place limitations upon them? When we are given this position to work so closely with these bright students during such formative years of their lives, it is not only an honor to support them, but a responsibility. I can only hope that throughout my service, I have upheld this responsibility and done all that I can to ensure that they progress forward with a strong sense of agency. As we approach the end of the school year, it's hard to know that I'll be leaving them soon. But I feel confident knowing that they'll be equipped with their newfound knowledge and skills to move forward and succeed. It's also relieving knowing that amazing programs like City Year exist, which work towards maintaining a healthy school culture and prioritizes student success. Once, in response to my question, a student asked, "What about you, Miss Georgia? What's your dream?" I took a moment to think. As I said, prior to entering City Year, I was a recent high school graduate, unsure of her next steps and grasping for a dream to hold on to. After spending this year with my students, I have never felt such certainty in the direction that I'm headed. So this fall, I will begin studying to become a social worker so that I can dedicate the rest of my life towards providing others with the support that they deserve. A dream that I would not have been able to pursue.
Yes!
A dream that I would not have been able to discover had it not been for the meaningful time that I've spent in service. Through my students, I've experienced a resurgence of hope. I'd like to extend my utmost gratitude to City Year for allowing me to experience this unique opportunity, and most importantly, for introducing me to our students, who will forever hold a special place in my heart. I'd also like to thank all of our staff and core members for all of their hard work, especially my impact manager, Rachel Turner, along with the rest of our Pleasant View team. I also thank my partner teacher, Timothy Valenta, for welcoming me into his classroom and sharing the joy of being an educator with me. If everyone could please give a round of applause to all of the teachers and administrators in the room. Lastly, I'd like to thank all of our sponsors here tonight. Without your support, City Year wouldn't be able to take part in this special work. Thank you all so much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your night.